What's up everybody, I'm HoopsandHipHop, and welcome to another 10 interesting facts video. Today we're moving right along with the regions of the Pokemon world and taking a look at Hoenn, so without further ado, let's jump straight into the facts. The Hoenn region is a bit of a personal one for series director Junichi Masuda. This is because it is based on the Japanese island of Kyushu, where Masuda and his family spent many vacations during his childhood. This is reflected in its name, as Hoenn is a combination of the Japanese characters Ho and En, which together can translate to abundant relations. In Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, the map description for Littleroot Town reads, "Basking amid vibrant nature, this simple town is not shaded with any one hue." This is likely a reference to the towns and cities of the Kanto region, as the cities and the towns of the Kanto region are all named after colors. This reference is also likely made because the games of Kanto and Hoenn take place at the same time in the Pokemon timeline. The Pokemon games are infamous for leaving the player character without a father in nearly all of the main series games. The lone exception to this is in the 3rd gen games, where not only does the player character have a father in Norman, but he is also a gym leader, making the 3rd gen games the only set of games that can claim these two facts. That being said, it's ironic and possibly intentional that Norman is a normal type gym leader, since these two facts are abnormal of the Pokemon franchise. Pacifidlog Town is a pretty unique town in the Pokemon world, as it is a town that floats in the middle of the sea. It is likely that this town's concept was inspired by the Pokédex entry for Corsola in Pokemon Silver, where it reads, "In a South Sea nation, the people live in communities that are built on groups of these Pokemon." Pacifidlog Town does indeed float on top of a Corsola colony, and Hoenn does in fact sit south of Johto, just like the Pokédex entry says. Things like this really make you wonder how far in advance Game Freak planned their games, and it's a cool insight into their development process. Just like the Kanto and Johto regions have a common theme behind the names of their towns, Hoenn's cities and towns share a common theme as well, as most of them are a combination of two different words. Examples of this include Little Root, Fort Tree, Lava Ridge, and Evergrande. In addition to taking place at the same time as Generation 1, the Generation 3 games and their remakes have several distinct similarities to Gen 1 in the early parts of the games. Both have a gym that is located in one of the first towns that you do not challenge until later on. Both have a forest located right before the city containing the first gym. Both of their first gyms are the rock type, and the names of both gym leaders are a direct pun of the word rock, being Brock and Roxanne respectively. Speaking of Rustboro City, there is a funny Easter egg that can be found here in Oraz that you may or may not have discovered. Located in the building just north of the Pokemon Center, there is an ace trainer who will give you a float stone and explains that the stone halves the weight of whoever holds it. Well, if you exit the floor of the building that he is located on and then re-enter, the ace trainer will now be replaced with a hiker and will tell the player upon talking to him that he has recently gained a lot of weight for some reason. This one might be somewhat of a stretch, but I thought that it was pretty interesting anyway. The rain badge that you earn from either Wallace or Juan in Sootopolis City looks remarkably like the Triforce from The Legend of Zelda and could possibly be a reference to Zelda. This is because, in addition to looking like the Triforce, the bottom left section of the rain badge is highlighted. On the Triforce, this piece represents the Triforce of Wisdom, and Sootopolis City's slogan is, "The mystical city where history slumbers." Since the knowledge of history is often attributed to wisdom, I think it's possible this might be a reference to Zelda. If you follow the development of the Pokemon games, you probably know that the designs of each Pokemon go through a lot of trial and error before they are approved and finalized. A glimpse into this process can be seen with these images from Ruby and Sapphire's development that depict early versions of Torchic, Trico, Groudon, and Latias, which also appears to have various traits from Blaziken as well. And last but not least, Verdun Town is a quaint little town in the Hoenn region whose claim to fame is that due to its location and the wind patterns of the region, it is able to always stay clear of the falling volcanic ash from Mount Chimney. However, Verdun Town is located to the southwest of Mount Chimney, and in the original Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, the waves and flowers are always shown to be blowing in the wind to the southwest, meaning that not only would Verdun Town get hit with volcanic ash, but they would actually be situated in one of the worst spots in the region in terms of getting hit with it. And there we have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as always, and I hope you're liking this new upload schedule. If you're new here, I upload awesome Pokemon content every Tuesday and Saturday, and occasionally Friday as well, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my new videos. I'll see you guys this weekend, and until then, I'll smell you guys later.